A very good morning to all the students. I hope you all have seen part 1 of chapter 10, Organs of Government. The three organs: legislature, executive, and judiciary. And we discussed about the legislature, bicameral legislature, and unicameral legislature. Now, moving ahead, we'll see further. In part 1, we discussed about the legislature at the central level, Parliament and Lok Sabha. Now we'll see is the qualification for membership of Lok Sabha. See what is the qualification for the membership of Lok Sabha. To be qualified as a candidate and to be elected as a member of Lok Sabha, he or she must be a citizen who is having a minimum age of 25 years and should not be mentally unsound, insolvent, bankrupt, or criminal. And he should not be a government employee. See, he should not be a government employee also of the central or the state government, and he must not be a proven criminal. He should not be a criminal. See, there should be a period of 6 months is there, that is between two sittings of parliaments have been arranged, and the president they can dissolve the Lok Sabha on the council of the prime minister, and a member of any of the houses there of the parliament they can attend this proceeding and of the house, and they can vote in the same they can vote to any of the house of the parliament, and they can proceed other. And but what happened, but a member of the cabinet minister is there, they can attend the proceeding of both the houses of the parliament, even if he or she is not a member. If the person is not a member, then too also they can but they can attend the proceeding of both the houses of parliament. But if he or she is a member of upper house, then she can vote, he or she can, in that house only. And the state of Gujarat has a representative of 26 members in Lok Sabha. How many members are there in Lok Sabha? 26 members. And the term of Lok Sabha is of 5 years, but the president can dissolve it before that if needed. See, the Lok Sabha is of the term is 5 years, but in that period also president can dissolve it before if they are in need. And in case of national emergency, when there is there, the term of Lok Sabha they can be extended for 1 more year. And if the president dissolves the parliament, it cannot be challenged in court. And if the president has a right to dissolve the parliament, and they cannot be challenged in the court also. The next is quorum. See, quorum is what? Quorum is the number of members they are present in the house of parliament, and it is the number of the members they are present in the present and they are working in the house out of the total number of the members. How many are the total from that who are working in the house? They are the quorum, and the minimum quorum are of the Lok Sabha should be how much? 1/10. How much member? 1/10, and out of it 45 members, and 55 should be present similarly in a minimum quorum of the Rajya Sabha. And the Rajya Sabha, how many? Two should have 1/10 only, that is out of 250 members, 1/10 should be there, and 25 should be present in that. The next we'll study is Rajya Sabha. See, Rajya Sabha is the upper house of the parliament, and that is called Rajya Sabha or the Council of States. And they consist of the member, they are representative of all the states and the union territories of India. And vice president is a presiding officer of Rajya Sabha. Who is the presiding officer? Is vice president. And there are 11 members of Gujarat in the Rajya Sabha. And how many members are there? 11 members. And what are the terms of Rajya Sabha? See, Rajya Sabha is a permanent house. Unlike to that of Lok Sabha, it cannot be dissolved. and one third of its member they retire every second year, and the same number of member they are re-elected. And in this sense, the tenure of each member of the Rajya Sabha is maximum 6 years, and the member are eligible for getting elected or nominated again. And what is the selection of the members? See, the members of Rajya Sabha are indirectly elected. How they are elected? Indirectly by the member of Legislative Assembly, that is Vidhan Sabha, and of the state and the union territories, which are formed through a method of equivalent representatives. How they are formed? Equivalent representatives. And Rajya Sabha, they consist of 250 members. How many members? 250. The members of Vidhan Sabha elects 238 members of Rajya Sabha. Vidhan Sabha, they elect 238 member of Rajya Sabha, and the remaining 12 members which are left, they are nominated by President of India. And these nominated members, they are distinguished or by the famous person belonging to the field of literature, science, art, cultural, sport, by all this, or social service. And a person can become member of only one house at a time. And see, what is the qualification for the member of Rajya Sabha is, see, the qualified of a candidate should be elected as a member of Rajya Sabha, that he or she must be first of all must be a citizen of India, should be 30 years of age or more, and must not be mentally unsound, insolvent, a bankrupt or criminal, and should not be a government employee or holding a position or office that earns him profit. It should not be. And the state of Gujarat has a representative. How many representatives are there? 11 seats in the Rajya Sabha. And Rajya Sabha is a permanent house, and it cannot be dissolved. So therefore, one third of the member, they are retire every 2 years, and the same number they are elected. And thus the tenure of the member of Rajya Sabha is 6 years. We have discussed earlier. And however, the member are they are eligible also for re-elections or renomination. Now, generally, both the houses are there of the parliament. They meet at 3 times a year, and this meeting are called sessions and the budget session, monsoon session, and the winter session in this three. And the vice president who is there of India, by virtue of his or by his office, they hold the office or the chairman of Rajya Sabha. And the vice chairman of the Rajya Sabha, that they are elected by the member of Rajya Sabha, and from among themselves only, in view are the members of Rajya Sabha, among from them only they are elected. And the first chairman of the Rajya Sabha was Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. Now moving ahead is the speaker of Lok Sabha. The main function of the speaker of Lok Sabha is what is the speaker of the Lok Sabha over here is to see the proceeding of the Lok Sabha, they gets organized in a prescribed form to maintain discipline, order, and the dignity of the house. Are the topmost function. This all the functions are at the topmost function of the speaker to maintain discipline, order, and dignity of the house. And all the members who are there in the Lok Sabha, they elect their speaker and deputy speaker also. From among themselves only they elect. And the speaker expects discipline. He expects discipline from all the members in Lok Sabha. And the speaker is a protractor also and dignity of the house, and his decision in the house are final and conclusive. The decision which are given by speaker, they are final. And the speaker, they can belong to any political party, or even a strong support also he can be from any political party after being appointed as a speaker of Lok Sabha. He is also expected that the speaker, they carry out the proceeding of parliament in the firm. See what over here when said that the speaker now they can belong to any political party, but they should have a strong support on the political party, and they after being they if they are appointed who are from the Lok Sabha, the speaker who is he carries out all the proceeding of parliament, and by gaining a majority of member of Lok Sabha on a resolution to remove the speaker. See by what happened, the gaining of a majority, when there is a majority of the members, they feel that Lok Sabha on a resolution they want to remove the speaker. With this, a speaker can be removed also from the post by giving a 14-day notice period. They are given 14 days notice period prior hand, and they can be removed. And all the speeches and criticism in Lok Sabha are done by addressing the speaker. See, by telling the speaker everything is been all the speeches and whatever criticism is there in the Lok Sabha, they are done by the speakers only. And the working in both the houses, that is the lower and the upper house of the parliament, that is carried out in which language, Hindi or English. And but a speaker, they can permit any member, they has a right to permit any member of the Lok Sabha to speak in own language in case if they don't know English or Hindi. And if any member of Lok Sabha they remain absent, if they are absent for continuous period of how many days, 60 days, without informing the speaker, then his seat will be declared vacant. The vacant space will be there. If he does not means they does not inform 60 days without information to the informing the speaker, then his seat will be vacant. Now the next is casting vote. See, during any proceeding, when there is any such type of proceeding of the house, there arise any questions in the matter or the problem or any discussion or any bill or a act which is to be passed, the decision are taken by, especially when the number of votes are being given in the favor or which are against the matter are equal in the number, that in such condition the speaker they can give his deciding vote, which is known as casting vote. See what is casting vote? The speaker who is there, he can give the vote which is known as casting vote. And apart of all this situation, the speaker cannot vote. He cannot vote that Sri Ganesh Vasudev Maulankar was the first speaker of Lok Sabha. Who was the first speaker? Sri Ganesh Vasudev Maulankar. And in the absence when of the speaker, when the speaker is not there, the proceeding that is conducted by the deputy speaker. Deputy speaker takes a hold if the speaker is absent. And in the absence of the speaker and deputy speaker, when they both are not there, the proceeding of the Lok Sabha that is conducted by a speakers panel. By what it is conducted? Speakers panel. And consisting of senior, experienced, and who are familiar with all these parliament experts from different political parties. And the next is, when can a bill become an act? How a bill that can become an act? See, the proposal is called a bill. So what is a bill? A proposal which is given, that is called a bill. And the parliament does the important work. They do the important work of argumenting of old laws, framing new laws, and nullifying obsolete laws. What they do, the parliament, they does the important work of argumenting with what all, framing new laws, old laws, and nullifying the other laws, and all the bills, that is either ordinary bill or money bill or bill that is of constitution, they all become an act by passing through the following processes. And any bill that can be presented either in the House of Parliament, the bill can be presented by a minister. See, the bill which is to be presented either from any house of the parliament, that can be Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, any house, the bill can be presented by a minister only or any other member of the parliament. And if any dispute arise, when if there dispute arise between two houses, when there is a dispute between two houses of parliament which is regarding the bill, the president, he is there, he can call a joint sitting, he can announce a joint sitting of both the houses of the parliament. And the proceeding of both the houses, when the proceeding happens when of this both the house of parliament which is in the joint sitting is chaired by a speaker. Speaker is over there, and wherein the bill that is passed by majority, and majority they pass the bill, and then the bill, then that bill then becomes the act by and then it is passed when it is passed by a majority of the member of both the house. I hope you all have understood till here. Thank you.